The third tenet of mindset with regard to personal finance is out of sight, out of mind is a very good strategy. Often when you have invested into something which is not accessible to you, either because the rule says you can't withdraw, or if it's illiquid like land or some other asset class, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It can turn out to be a good thing because you don't have access, and regardless of your temptation, you can't access it. I wanted to give you two real life examples. Let's call this gentleman Jim. He was working for a successful technology company 30 years ago and subsequently moved to 3 other companies before retiring. In that first technology company he was working, the company had decided to contribute to every employee's pension plan, and they were paying 15% of the base pay towards a fund for retirement. Having spent only 5 years there, Jim found that as he was leaving the company, that the accumulation was a small amount, amounting to a couple of $1,000s. It was important for him, but he didn't think much of it. Subsequently, he had a successful career, and when he retired 35 years later, it suddenly occurred to him that, hey, there was a pension fund in the first company, and the company by then did not exist. It had been bought over by another company and it had morphed itself. Nevertheless, having time in his hands, he went and started digging, and he found that the trust which was created for the pension fund still existed. Unfortunately, he had the number of the account, his pension account. And when he looked at it, he was pleasantly surprised to find that there was something like $35,000 to $40,000 in it, a very tidy sum of money which he had not anticipated and therefore had not planned for his retirement. The interesting part was, along with him, there were 20 other employees whom he knew. And he told all of them, and he found that everybody was delighted because ranging from $30,000 to $75,000, different people pulled out that pension fund which they had completely forgotten about. This is an example of how out of sight, out of mind is a very good strategy. Another anecdote, again a true one. There was this friend of mine, Victor, who did his PhD in technology and joined a technology company. As he joined it, the company was a small company, less than $1 million in revenue, and they gave him some papers. And Victor vaguely remembered them saying that these are called share certificates, physical share certificates. Keep it, one day it could become valuable. Victor didn't think much of it. He just put it in his cupboard and locked it up. Victor had a reasonably good career. And again, 35 years later, 40 years later, he retired from the company as Director of Research and Development. Victor had a decent career, but the company did extraordinarily well, and it had a market capitalization of over $10 billion. While doing a spring cleaning at the time of retirement, Victor pulled out this piece of paper called the share certificate. By then, the shares had been dematerialized. Nevertheless, Victor said, why don't I check out if this share certificate is still valid? And he went to a lawyer who then made sure it was dematted. And Victor made $2 million out of that. Not everyone is as lucky as this, but here is a case which supports the fact that out of sight, out of mind is a good strategy, which is why I always recommend that when you have a bank account, when you and your spouse or you and your family have 2 accounts, one which is an expense account from which you withdraw. The other is an investment account where you only credit into it and from there move it to a vehicle of investment like equity or debt or gold. You never withdraw anything from it. And when you segregate these two, it always helps because then you are sure that you are not pulling out what should be actually invested.
Thank you for watching. If you want to dive deeper into this topic and stay updated on our latest content, be sure to subscribe now. And if you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to share it with someone you know. Let's spread the knowledge and the fun together.